Okay, well, hello, Move Easy Movers. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy. Today is September 16th. Wow, we're halfway through September already, 2023, or whenever you're watching this video. So today we're going to be working on arms, shoulders, a little bit of spine work, and as always, core. We love our core work, don't we? So, but we're going to start in the usual manner with our legs on a chair. Oh, as far as props, your trusty chair, you'll want a block or a sponge ball. A sponge ball or a rolled up towel when we do windshield wipers, just something to put in between your thighs. You can use a block for that if you don't have a sponge ball. And let's get going. So we're going to start in our usual manner with legs on a chair for 7 minutes, static rest. So legs on a chair, your lower leg, make sure it's parallel to the ceiling or the floor, depending on what you want to parallel it to. Your hips are a few inches away from the base of your support. Your hips are at neutral, so you've got a natural curve in your lower back. We're putting our lower back in traction. If you ever have lower back issues, this is a great position to be in. We're going to be here for 7 minutes. You want to breathe normally, just relax. Bring yourself, your awareness into your yoga space. Okay, time's up. Stay where you are. Now, if you choose, you can roll your tongue under the roof of your mouth, and we're going to slowly move our head from right to left about 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now, the next thing we're doing is our vagus nerve reset. So, just so you know, and we haven't talked about this recently, but a vagus nerve reset is like getting your body prepared for movement. It's like resetting a computer. What we're doing is we're activating the vagus nerve. Runs down both sides of the skull and both sides of the body. So we're all familiar with how we do this. Our head is forward. Now you can do this sitting up or you can do it lying down. Head is forward, only your eyes are moving. So we're going to move the eyes to the right. Excuse me. I do this right away. Move our eyes to the right. Wait for a sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. What we're doing is we're activating the vagus nerve. And if you do it often enough, like I do all the time, it happens right away. Excuse me. Oh, I do this at night if I'm having trouble sleeping, and I was doing it last night. And then once you've done that, your eyes come back to center, and then you move your eyes only to the left. Same thing, wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. Oh. Now I'd like you to do this again 2 times on 2 times on each side, and I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're going to do is head ramping. You can put something else under your head. You can keep whatever support you have there. You can put a set of therapy balls. I like putting a sponge ball only because it gives me more give. But it's whatever works for you. Now, what we're doing is we are reversing what's called text neck. We're always looking down at our devices, our phones, our tablets, our computers, a book, whatever. And so we want to reverse that. And so what we're doing is pressing the occipital ridge, that bony part between your ears runs along your scalp line away from your body. So we press and hold for a couple of seconds and then release. We'll do this 3 more times. Press and hold and release. And this may also activate your vagus nerve. It does in my case, makes me yawn. So press and hold and release. And last one, press, hold, and release. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh. All right. So time for our breathing exercise. Today we're doing extended exhale breathing. Very simple. You take a normal inhale and your exhale. The normal inhale is through your nose. The exhale is through your mouth. The exhale, you try to make it longer than your inhale. So you count your inhale, say 1, 2, 3, 4. And then your exhale. Looks like Viet just got here. I got it, Caitlin. Okay. Hey, Via, we're doing breathing exercise. So your exhale should be at least twice as long. If it's not, it's no big deal. Just make it as long as you can. And then do it again. Normal inhale and then exhale. Try to make it twice as long. So let's start. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now everybody's different on this. We have different lung capacities. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to do this on your own. So a normal inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. Just try to extend it. Okay, finish up. Now, the next thing we're doing is a vacuum. You can leave your legs on your chair if you choose, or you can move away from your chair, move the chair couch away from you. Well, if it's a couch, you want to move away from it. I like to have my legs extended. It's personal choice. So the vacuum is what we do to try to strengthen our pelvic floor. So again, we're taking a normal inhale through our nose and then exhaling whichever way you choose and holding our breath out. At the same time, we're going to press our lower back Press our belly button towards the floor. Press our lower back against the floor. And suck it in. Create a vacuum. Hold it for the count of 10 and then release. So inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Create a vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. Give yourself a minute for your breath to come back to normal. This takes a couple of breaths. This makes my eyes water and then my glasses fog up. Okay, normal inhale and exhale everything out of your lungs. Create a vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. We're going to do it one more time. So normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Create a vacuum. Suck that belly button down to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good job. So while we're here in this position, we're going to do some windshield wipers. So go ahead and bend your knees. Your feet are hip width apart. And we're going to just start slow and easy here. Just halfway down, maybe even a third of the way down, just warming up. Starting out slow and easy. Keeping both hips on the floor. We're doing this for 40 seconds, just as a warm-up. Okay, there we go. Now, if you have a sponge ball, put it between your thighs, up close to your knees. If you don't, you can put a block there, or a rolled up towel or a pillow, something that's kind of firm but yet soft. And we'll do this again for 40 seconds. Now, our feet are a little bit wider than they were, and we are pressing against that sponge ball or brick. So, oops, I lost my timer. There it is. Okay, here we go again. And we're still not going all the way down to the floor. We're just going as far as we can. This does limit us somewhat, but we're putting pressure on whatever we have between our thighs there. Still moving slowly. Still keeping both hips on the floor. This is a really good hip opener. Okay, that was 40 seconds. So you can remove whatever you put there. And for the third part, put your feet as wide as your mat. Because now we're going to go, these are wide leg windshield wipers. And we are going to go all the way to the floor if we can. So if you can, your hip is going to come up when your knees come down. If you can. If you're not able to put your knees all the way to the floor, that's fine. Just go as far as you can. So all the way down, the opposite hip's going to come up, and that's okay. And we're moving slowly. We're not jerking. And down we go. I'm feeling this in my quadricep, front of my thigh. Okay. There we go. Now, the next one, we're going to stay in this position for just another triplet. As I said, we're going to be working on our shoulders, our arms, a little bit on our back, and then core work. So if you have something under your head, you can remove it if it's comfortable, because we're going to be raising our scapula and lowering it. It's easier if your head is not elevated. However, if you can't lie down without some support, that's fine. So raise your arms to the ceiling, palms facing each other, shoulders relaxed against the mat. What we're going to do is just raise our scapula up and then bring it back down. Now, if you have one of these that Via was selling for a while, I would put that behind your spine, but you don't have to do that. This works just as well, just lying flat on the mat. So we're going to move slowly, palms facing each other, shoulders on the mat, raise them up, bring them down. It's the only thing that's moving is your scapula. Raise them up, bring them down, and up and down. Up, down, up, and down. This is just your scapula you're moving. You're not moving your arms. They just come along. Okay. That was 40 seconds. And now we're going to do cactus arms on the floor. Now, if you have trouble with this, you can put something under your arms. You might want to put a brick under there if that helps, or a towel, some support. What we're going to do is have cactus arms and then bring our arms together and then apart and then together. So again, moving slowly. So cactus arms on the floor, bring them up together. Your wrists and your elbows are together, and then back down, and then up and back down, and up and back down, up and back down. Be aware of where you're feeling this. I'm feeling this in my shoulders. Down. There we go. 40 seconds. Good job. The third movement in this triplet is, okay, your arms are above, reaching up to the ceiling, palms together. And the movement is, they go above your head. You can touch the floor with your thumbs or not, just go as far as is comfortable, and then come back up. So again, moving slowly. Just go as far as you can. If you can't reach all the way down to the floor, that's okay. Just go as far as you can. Up and then towards the ceiling. And then back towards the back wall and towards the ceiling. Now, if your hands have trouble staying together, that's fine. They can be apart as well. Okay. That's that. All righty. Now let's come up to a sitting position. Take your time. We're going to do our regular side bends and rotations that we do. So we're going to start with the side bend with the lat stretch. So slide your arm along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. Keep both hip bones on the floor. And just reach as far as you can. When you feel that first twinge, stop there. Now lower your arm till it's parallel to the floor and reach with that arm. You'll feel a different stretch under your arm, down your back, preferably, maybe. Stretching the latissimus dorsi. There we go. Arm up, torso up. Other side. Yeah. There we go. My timer. And hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. I always did like this stretch. Oh, yes. Now lower your arm till it's parallel. Feel a different stretch down your back. Reach, reach, reach for that corner. Okay, arm up, torso up. Let's switch our legs. We don't want to sit in one position too long. We're going to do the spine rotation. So left hand on right knee, right arm is behind you. This is your support, so you're on your fingertips. And go ahead and rotate to the right. Rotate your shoulders. Now your add-ons, you can move your head back and forth, or you can move your torso back and forth. I recommend doing just one thing at a time, or you can just enjoy the stretch. Be aware of where you're feeling this. This is a really good rotation. Okay, come on around. We'll do the other side. Right hand on left knee, left arm behind you. Rotate. Don't forget your options. This is also a great warm up, just to warm up your body, get it ready. Okay, come on around. Let's switch our legs again. Now we're going to do arm circles. We did this last time. So we're going to start with the right. Now you lean as far as you can and circle as much as you can. This really works the shoulder. So if you have shoulder issues, you can make the circles smaller. You can bend your elbow if you need to. But this is a 40-minute move. I'm going to do, or 40 seconds on one side, and then 40 seconds in one direction, and then 40 seconds in another direction. So this is really good for the shoulder. Okay, now let's go the other direction. Stop, go, okay. I want to move slowly. I tend to move too fast. I have to remind myself to move slowly. Okay, that's 40 seconds. We're going to do the other arm now. So 40 seconds one direction, 40 seconds another. There we go. Let's go the other direction. You want to keep your back straight when you're doing this. We're just focusing on our arm, shoulder. Doing a 360-degree rotation. Okay. All right. Good job. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Don't feel better. I'm hearing my shoulder pop. That's weird. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is standing at the wall. So give me just a minute. I need to move my computer. Meanwhile, get yourself up next to your wall. You might want to have a brick handy. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start with our regular back bend at the wall. This is a 40-second hold. So arms come up and palms on the wall. This is a bone builder for the back. It's very good for the back muscles. Want to make sure my timer was still going. Okay, there we go. Come on down. Now, I need to adjust this. I want you to see my feet. Okay, we're going to do a spine twist at the wall. We're all familiar with this. Starting on the right foot forward, left foot back, elbows at your waist, palms up. And then we just rotate and put our palms on the wall. And this is another bone builder. We're holding this for 40 seconds. Anytime we rotate, or some people call it a twist, I call it a rotation because that's really what it is. That helps build your bones back up, build up the muscles around your bones. Okay, that's it. Now the other side. Left foot forward, right foot back. Oops. Yeah, left foot forward, right foot back. Why am I confused? No, that's right. I don't know. I confused myself. Elbows at your sides, and then rotate. Put your palms on the wall. I don't know what I was thinking. And so here we are, rotating, palms on the wall. Now my palms are about the height of my shoulders. Maybe a little higher. And my hips are parallel to the wall. But the upper back is as much facing the wall as possible. That's the rotation. Okay. Come on around. Now this is where the brick comes in. We're going to stand with one foot on the brick. This is our balance part. So I have mine maybe 18 inches away from the wall. So I've got the wall here for support. If you want to use a chair or bookcase or whatever for support, you can do that. I find the wall is much more convenient. And we're going to make it we're going to make it a 30-second hold. I hadn't set a timer. Bear with me. Hold on. Okay. So 30 seconds. One foot on the brick. The other foot is just dangling. This is a good balance. Also works your core anytime you're balancing. Oops. There we go. Okay, 30 seconds. And now the other foot. So I'm moving it a little bit further away, or you can just turn around. $30. And it helps to look straight ahead and focus on something that is stationary straight ahead of you. And there we go. 30 seconds. Good job, guys. Okay, back to the mat. I need to move my computer again. I need a production assistant in here. Now, when you come back to the mat, go on your hands and knees in tabletop position. We're going to do some more shoulder work. So hands and knees. If you want to, you can put cushions under your knees. And if you have trouble with your wrists, you can fold your mat over. And that's easier on your wrists. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called scapula push-ups. So our hands are directly below our shoulders. And we're not going to bend our arms. This is not a regular push-up. We're just going to lower our shoulders and feel our scapula kind of tuck in together and then raise. So very similar to what we were doing on our back, only we're reversing the movement. So down and then up. Down and then up. So when you go down, you feel your scapula tuck into each other. When you come up, you feel them pull apart. Down and up. One more. Down and up. Okay. Now the next thing we're doing, and I couldn't remember the name of it, you want to take your left hand and move it up just a little bit so it's at an angle. Take your right hand and thread it through. You'll be lowering your shoulder as you do this. This is like a shoulder stretch. Your head could even come all the way down to the mat. So we're stretching, basically we're stretching our right shoulder in this position. So just come down as far as you can. Don't forget to breathe. I'm just holding it for a few seconds. And then come on up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So the hand is a little further away. It's at an angle. The other hand is palm up, sliding across the mat, under that other shoulder. Try to bring your actual shoulder down to the mat. You may not be able to. Just go as far as you can. You'll feel the stretch in the back of your shoulder. Come on up. So where I felt that was right in the back of my shoulder. Wherever you felt it, that's fine. That's just where I was feeling it. The third thing we're going to do in this triplet is come back on your knees. Your knees can be apart. They have to be for me. And then fold forward into ancient prayer, except your hands are flat on the mat. They're not together like in prayer. They're flat. We're going to walk our hands to the right as far as we can. And then walk them back to center. And then walk them to the left as far as we can. And walk them back to center. We're going to do that one more time. Walk them to the right. And then walk them back to center. And walk them to the left. And walk them back to center. Okay. Now, if you want to do an ancient prayer while we're down here, feel free. It does release the lower back. But the next thing we're going to do is our favorite core. We love our core. So supine on your back, legs bent, feet flat. We're going to do the dead bug for 1 minute. This goes on for 60 seconds. You can do it as slowly as you want or as quickly as you want. So, but for 1 minute. And now again, the movement is legs are tabletop, arms are palms facing each other. And it's left leg, right arm, right leg, left arm. So again, we'll be doing this for 1 minute. Here we go. Right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. I like this one. It supports the back, and yet it works the core. So this is a really good one. And I have found that this is one of my favorites. And 1 minute really isn't that long when you think about it. It's only, I mean, I've counted, it's only like 10 of these, maybe 11, depending on how fast you go. And see, that's it. That was a minute. That went by really fast. Now, the next thing we're doing is a bridge march. So I recommend using a block. You can do it without a block. It's a lot harder, but I think this is a good way to start. You put the block under your lower back. Sorry, my legs were cramping there for a minute. Your feet are flat on the floor. So the bridge march, your hands are palm up, so you're not pushing yourself. So it's too easy to push yourself if your palms are down. Your palms are up, and your legs just come up into a march. And again, we're going to do this for 1 minute. 1 minute. As slow or as fast as you can. Now, I recommend going slow just because it works more muscles. So one leg and then the other leg. And just be aware, I'm feeling this in my lower abdomen, which is where I really need it. And again, the back is supported. That's another thing I like about this. Four seconds. There we go. Done. Good job. Okay, remove the brick. We're going to do one last core. And that's a 10-second hover. So I'm just setting my timer. So we're going to hover. So legs are straight and together. And we're going to raise both legs just a few inches off the ground. We're going to hold that for 10 seconds. So here we go. Up. Again, palms are facing the ceiling. It's too easy to help yourself by pushing down. And just hold it and come back down. Now, just that simple exercise, if you did that several times a day, or if you did that 4 or 5 times in a row, that would be an excellent exercise for the core. We're only doing it once because we're running out of time. So go ahead and get into position for Yoga Nidra. Make sure that you are either warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. I'm going to guide you through a 61-point guided meditation. You might want to put something over your eyes. I'd like you to allow your awareness to flow to the points I mentioned without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, spiritual heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your arms out, stretch your legs out, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one direction, then the other. Stretch one side of your body. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Stretch the other side of your body. Oh, yes. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee, for everything you do. And straighten that leg out. And take your left knee, hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee. I appreciate you. Straighten that leg out. Now take both knees up and hold them close to your chest. And slowly rock back and forth. Feeling that massage on your lower back, your internal organs. When you're ready, roll towards the camera, using your lower arm as a pillow to support your head. We're going to take our gratitude minute here and just be grateful for what we have and what we can do. I'm grateful for the fact that I can move the way I do. And I'm grateful that you can move with me. I'm grateful for my birds. I think you can hear them. But just take a moment to just relax and be grateful. Now, when you're ready, come on up to a sitting, excuse me, a sitting position. I'm going to remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself. Yeah, I'm glad you could join us.
Thank you for that.
I want to thank you all for coming today and anybody on YouTube that's watching. So let's have a wonderful day, and we'll end the class by saying namaste.
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 Hey.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the class, Kathy.
Hey.